Let's start with perhaps the most important question. Will this make a difference? Short answer, yes. It's a lot of money and it will make a difference to the average household. I'm going to show you just what we pay on our energy bills, going all the way back to the 1950s. The higher this line is, the greater the proportion of our spending that goes on energy. And you can see that it's been within this kind of light blue area for most of recent history, but we're heading up, aren't we? That's where we are at the moment. Here's where we could go if those energy bills do go up to £2,800, which is what's expected. Look, we are higher potentially than any other period that we know. It's unprecedented, and that's why the Chancellor is taking action. Now, we already have those measures that were introduced earlier on this year, the initial energy rebate. That brought down the potential amount that we're going to be spending on our bills. But now on top of that, we have new money coming out from the Chancellor, so doubling the energy rebate, extra measures as well, and it brings it down quite a lot. So for the average household, you are talking about energy bills still very high indeed, but they are not at those unprecedented levels, only the highest since perhaps the early 1980s. But, you know, what is an average household? It's worth just kind of pointing out there are different measures that apply to different income groups, and this is quite a redistributive package. So you've got lots of money going to lower income households, pensioners as well. You can see that here. I've broken down the different parts of the Chancellor's plan. You've got that energy bills bit there. Low income households, £650 one-off payment for them. Pensioners, disability benefits as well, household support fund. All of those dark blue bits are the extra money that's being spent here. The red bar, that's the windfall tax. That's basically the money coming in from those oil companies. And you've probably noticed something. The red bar is nowhere near high enough to pay for all of those blue bars put together. Actually, I'll put them together. I'll stack them up so you can see the difference here. Look, there is a big gap there, isn't there? Look, all of the spending comes to £15.3 billion. And in order to try and kind of bridge that gap, you're talking about the Chancellor borrowing an extra £10 billion. He didn't like to talk about it, but he will have to borrow extra money to pay for all of that stuff. And not just that, because there was some spending that wasn't costed out. Remember, he talked about uprating benefits, uprating pensions in line with inflation. Inflation very high at the moment. Here's what that does. I'm going to just kind of change the axis. So that's the spending we've heard about today. Here's what it could cost to uprate those benefits in line with inflation if it's about 10%. £25 billion. So it could be an enormous bit of spending with not much revenue coming in. It could be very expensive indeed. In fact, this is bigger than many budgets we've seen in recent history. But as far as the Chancellor is concerned, all of this should be worth it.